Okay, so here we are back with my favorite new friend, my Ultra VP Pinball from uh, RecWorld, RecRoomWorld. I always forget who made it. And today I'm going to talk about my the LED lights on here, the flashers on the back. So I've got some other videos about this machine on my channel, so you can check down here and check out my channel, like this video. It all would be great. Got a lot of adding more and more pinball stuff. I've got a bunch of amusement park, water slides, dark rides, things like that also. So one of the things about this machine that I'm not super happy with, or I don't think as good as it could be, is the string of the 7 lights back here. Now I've got the camera darkened quite a bit. Here, I'll turn the light on. Turn the light on in my awesome Lord of the Rings rec room here. And even with the light on, it's still pretty dark. But previous owners had put a wine cellar room in here, so this is my Lord of the Rings, and I have the Lord of the Rings artwork also, which again is bright. Or it's not very bright because I've got this set at 1/500 for the excuse me, for the shutter speed, so that the lights don't just over bright everything. So there's this strip of 7 lights back here, and they are triggered, by the software. AC/DC, in fact, has you can actually see those 7 bulbs on the playfield back there. So that is sort of the standard for machines. And sometimes it will use it for, like, if you have a kick out port. I don't think it does here on this table, but if there's a flasher above that kick out port, the flasher that corresponds directly above it will flash to sort of get your eyes drawn to that on the table to do as good as it can, even though the flasher is up there. The table flashes on the video, but you have a nice LED flasher up there. So they're very useful in gameplay, and I'm very glad that this has all 7 of them back there, but they're too bright. And even the guy who makes these machines agrees that they could be a little less bright. He's tried to adjust them, but LED lights are just bright. So what I did as a test here, and it seems to be working pretty good, and I'm going to add some more here, is I bought these on eBay, and these were actually way too expensive. You can buy like a big piece of this filter and cut it to size. This came in nice circles already, but they're not quite big enough. There's tons of these little ones which really aren't big enough to cover the whole LED back there. So you can see there's one missing here, and that's the one that I put over one of the lights, and there just so happens to be 7 of them on here. So I'm going to put one on each of the LED lights back here. So we're going to start this game here and give you sort of a look at what it looks like right now. Because this does use them a lot, and so I'll just trigger one ball here, and it uses them when you get a ball out. Oh, ball got saved. Even though I kicked it once. Okay, so there you can see it. See how they're flashing back there. This one is the one that is right now filtered. The center one, which is sort of to the right of the genie's head. Not the one right above his head, but the one to the right. So we'll do another one. Great shot. And the colors do change on them, so we'll see what it does on the ball out here again. So see, you can see it's not as bright, especially the flashing, the reflections. So, because you get about 3 reflections under each light, and you can see that the third reflection under that middle light is nowhere near as bright as the other lights. So here we do the final ball out, it'll do a lot of those. See, so you can see that it's not as bright there. It's hard to come across on a camera, but here at the end, see, now it goes into a track mode. And here's where you can really tell, because it goes all sorts of colors. And that middle one definitely looks less bright. And less glare around it on here. It really sort of shows up here. So again, it's this one right here that's doing it. That it has the filter on it already. So let it go through this whole outro, gives you an idea. So now I'm going to show you how, or what I did. So basically, we go back here. Oh, I need a flashlight. So. Okay, so I had to change the shutter speed because I was getting some really bad strobing, and even with turning the overhead lights on here. So here in the back of the machine, you have both the top here and then the bottom door. If you take the bottom door, open it, and you'll see the LED lights. So they're these right here, these green lights right here, and there are 7 of them there. Like I say, you can see there's a screw missing on that one. That's one I already took out and put the filter on. So I'm going to take that out here and show you. Okay, so I undid the other screw, and when you do that, you come out and you have the LED, and then you just have the little plastic cap over the LED that just comes right out also. Now you could perhaps put the filter on this, but it is the inside is a ridged surface to give the sparkle a little bit, so that's not a good idea. So instead, you'll see here that I just put one of those dots right over the LED in the middle. So I'm going to take one out without the filter on it for comparison, but real simple. So here we have one of each. I do have the machine still on, so I am being careful not to touch anything. Probably should have turned it off, but you can see here is the uncovered LED, and it's looks like there's 9 LEDs in there. So that's the uncovered one, and this is the covered one. So you can see here, you know, it's extremely dark difference. I'm going to start the game up and just get an idea of what these look like back here. I'm probably going to amp up the filter a little bit more even. So here we should be holding out here soon. There he goes. Sort of hard to tell there how bright they were because they weren't playing the same, or they weren't doing the same colors. I've got this to 1/2000th on the shutter speed. Okay, so here's the final ball out, and this will go then to the attract mode where these will go through their colors.
I challenge you to another game.
You can see how the left light is definitely getting a lot more glare on the screen, and the right is much more. And in real life, you can definitely see it. You can look at the one on the right straight on, and the one on the left, you know, sort of like looking at the sun. But it's a lot brighter. And I don't know if I even have the one on the right perfectly centered. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put, also you have the flashing from the LED strips here. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the filters on all of those lights, and then we'll do an after here that hopefully, and then I'll try to put in a little clip from the before and the after to sort of show the differences. So we will be back here in just a few minutes. And just a fun tip while you're taking these out. The 5 in the middle are pretty easy. The outboard screws on the 1st and the 7th, though, they're a bit of a pain in the rear to get to. Especially this one, because it's behind a bunch of the cables coming up that little chute there. Of course, I dropped that one. And of course, it had to roll and roll and roll, and ended up way the heck up here. You can see it there in one of the vent lines there. So it took a while to find out where the hell that thing had bounced to make sure it wasn't going to short something out when I turned it back on. So yeah, use a magnetic, but you got to have a little bitty magnetic screwdriver to get that one back there. So just a pro tip. Okay, so all 7 LEDs back in place. Of course, that little bastard screw to the far right was the tightest one by far. Did finally get it out. Got the filters put on all 7 of them, and I'm back in place. Just barely hand tight now. So from back here, you can actually also see a lot more of the Ultra VP machine. All the solenoids and stuff up there. There's the CPU back here. Here's the hard drive that's going to be replaced soon with a new hard drive with about double the machines on it and all sorts of video packs and everything added. But this is a very, very cleanly put together machine, very elegantly designed, easy to get to everything. So I really like it. I am not a electrical guy at all. I've built a few computers in my day. This is basically just a big computer, but it's very easy to get to stuff for the most part, as much as you can really expect to be able to. Okay, so we are back. I have not taken a look at these lights yet, purposely to see how I believe this is back to a 1/500th on the shutter speed. I'm pretty sure that's what it was earlier. And I put filters on all of the LED lights, all 7 of them. So now we will pull back the plunger and see what happens. Okay, yeah. I can tell here, absolutely, that's what I want. That looks so much better.
The tale of the great camel race.
Go to the gold standards.
I can look right at those lights now and not feel like they are just too bright. Now let it go and do the final ball drain. Oh, and hey, the ball is stuck, but we can nudge it with the built-in nudging capability. And here we have the final ball drain out. I'll show before and after. Like I say, in person, there is just no question. Those lights are where they should be now. Again, you can see in the mostly in the reflections, much softer. They're still plenty bright to get your attention up there, but now when I look at the playfield up there, the lights don't seem to be just completely ruining my view of that. So yeah, I highly recommend this upgrade for your Ultra VP machine. Let me get those again. Here again, I got this sheet that just happens to have 7 pretty much perfectly sized circles. Now the sheet was about $7, I think, shipped. I can't remember if this was Amazon or eBay. If it was Amazon, I'll add a link. I've never put a partner link on a YouTube video, but got to start sometime. It's called, it looks like they're from lightdims.com, and you know, so they are meant specifically for these. So here again, I'll show one last time the before and the after. Here at the end, see, now it goes into a track mode, and here's where you can really tell, because it goes all sorts of colors, and that middle one definitely looks less bright. Those lights are where they should be now. Again, you can see in the mostly in the reflections, much softer. They're still plenty bright to get your attention up there, but now when I look at the playfield up there, I gotta say I'm very happy with the final product here and the final result, and feel that now I have proper 7 LED lights flashing back there. So thanks for watching this rather long video, but hopefully it showed how to do it. Very easy with the Ultra VP machine, and I just absolutely love this machine. Still have plenty of new other machines I haven't even played on it, and looking for the number to double here soon when the new hard drive comes out. So again, you can get these at RecRoomWorld.com, and again, like my channel if you like what I see. I'll be posting more stuff definitely when I get the new hard drive. I'll be posting my views of that. One thing I really hope that they improve, and I think they're going to, with the pup packs, is the sound, like on AC/DC, which is another machine that that has a lot of LED light usage. You know, Stern, first of all, is not really stereo, even though there's 2 speakers, because they were too cheap to ever make stereo sound, which is just ridiculous until the new system. But hopefully the sound quality, I mean, these speakers are good, but I just think it's the so like when you're playing the Zen tables, you know, the sound is fantastic, but just a lot of the bass sounds aren't good. So hopefully that's going to come out with the pup packs. But you know, again, very, very cool machine running Arabian Nights. You can get all sorts of custom artwork. I'll change the light on there so now you can see the awesome Lord of the Rings artwork that I got on here, including Sauron on the side. So so there we go. Thanks a lot for watching.